Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City, where we want to help you build a Lego city regardless of the space you have. In this video, I'm going to explore how to add life to your Lego city. Many people build a Lego city, but one thing that I find lacking is the heart and the stories within the city. Regardless of the size of your city, after you put in the buildings and add in the vehicles, you need to add in the heart and soul of the city. And that is to create stories with the minifigs. I do see people put in random minifigs to populate the city, but you need to think about these stories. Previously, I've released a video on how to create different scenes with minifigs. However, in this video, I want to explore how to tell a whole story with an entire city block or a larger section of the display. And I'll use this mini city block as an example. If you've watched my previous video, I shared all the details of this mini city block and how to expand it further. The goal was to show that it's possible to design and build a Lego city even though you don't have a lot of space or may not have a lot of bricks. In this video, I'm going to use this city block as an example of how I've crafted a story. Let's first do a mini tour of the city block. As you can see, I've added in quite a few minifigs and I've also got two vehicles on the road. At first glance, it doesn't look like there's anything strange going on. It just looks like an everyday scene in a Lego city. But trust me, there is more to the story than what you see. And let's start off on this side over here. Have a look in between the two buildings, the coffee kiosk and the sandwich store. That looks like a really dubious fellow right there. Doesn't he look suspicious? Let's say hi to him. Now we look at him, even though he looks like a bad guy, there doesn't seem to be anything on him. But let's have a look at the trash can that was next to him. There's obviously something inside the trash can. Let's have a look what's inside. Is it trash or is it something else? It is illegal white sugar. This guy is peddling with packets of sugar, so obviously up to no good. And this is a wholesome Lego city. We really do not want this character, doing his business in shady parts of town. In fact, this isn't even a shady part of the town. He's just hiding underneath the stairs like a troll. Well, the good news is I can tell you there's a story brewing and there's actually an undercover sting operation going on. Let's have a look at this guy over here. There's a construction worker on the roof. He's got a drill in one hand working on the electrical unit, but in his other hand, he's got a walkie-talkie. Now, anytime you see a construction worker who's working alone and has a walkie-talkie, obviously means he's probably not a construction worker. This is an undercover cop, and he's actually looking out down because he's got a very good vantage point, looking down through the stairs to our sugar dealer right there. But where are the rest of the cops? Well, let me show you right now. Here's a look at the top view of the city block. We've identified the first undercover officer over here, and the next one is actually hiding out in the chocolate bakery. Let's remove the top floor over here, and you can see that instead of the chef, we have a police officer waiting, ready to pounce to action. And inside this particular second floor, we have nothing, no cops here. Where do you think the next undercover cop is? Have a look on the street. See this guy here with the phone? He's a nobody. But the guy behind, the homeless guy with the trolley, let's have a look. He looks the part. He's got a shopping cart with a trash bag. He's got a beard. But I can tell you he's a cop because if you look at the back of his trolley, he's got a police badge, ready to identify himself as a cop. So he's here ready to catch the bad guy when needed. Remember our cop over here, he obviously has reinforcements and they are down below. And you can see a whole bunch of police officers inside the building. There are 3 of them all together. And let's try to get a good view here. One officer here. A lady, one more ready to get out the back door, and we have one more who has a walkie-talkie ready to get the command to start the raid. How about this building over here? Well, I can tell you, let's spin this around so you can get a better look. I can tell you there's no one on the ground floor because it's all glass, okay? And over here, completely empty as well. So nothing in this building. How about this guy? He's just a trash collector. Well, remember the cars that we have? Let's get this car over here. This car's right in front of the coffee kiosk, and look who is driving it. A cop. Check out this car here, the Mini. Inside we have another cop. Let's get her out. It's really a Mini because it's hard to take them out. It's so small. But we do have yet another police officer. So it looks like they've got everything in control. But notice everyone had a walkie-talkie. They must obviously be taking some instructions from someone. Well, let's have a look at the deli over here, the sandwich shop. And it looks like we've got a whole room full of cops as well. And we have one officer, two officers, and another one with a walkie-talkie. Is she the commander? I can tell you she is not, because there's still one more bunch of cops, because remember, this is where the bad guy is. So obviously right next to him we have an entire room full of cops, even more cops. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cops. This guy's ready to arrest our bad guy. And here we have the commander in charge of the scene, and he's the guy giving the orders. Well, it's a good thing that there were enough cops on this job, as that guy might have gotten away. Luckily, he bumped into that kid with the ice cream cone and fell to the ground, and they managed to catch him. There you have it. That is my story for the city block. It is something that I just put together, but as you can see, it can be really entertaining and really enriches your Lego city. If you're building with your kids or family, you can create stories like this and make it fun for them as well. In a story like this, I would invite someone to have a look and ask them if they see there's anything interesting going on. Then I'll point out to the peddler of sugar packets and also point out to the undercover construction worker on the roof. Then I'll ask them to look for more police officers. And you can imagine how excited or entertained they'll be by opening up the modular buildings and looking for the police officers who are in on this thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and all the best in creating an amazing story for your Lego city, regardless of the size of it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.